Hey guys, Sean Media just want to do a big shout out to Rugby League Coffee Lounge. All the best this year, 2020.
Alright, oh yeah! Fuck!
And welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the NRL Round 4 Team of the Week live stream. This is a regular thing on Mondays. We're up to Round 4, and as always, I am joined by Nathan B. Moore down there in beautiful Taree. Nathan, thanks for coming on once again, and what a terrific round of rugby league.
Yeah, I have to agree. It was a fantastic round of footy. I got to witness a game live. Went and watched Knights and Raiders. That was a great game. Battle of Brisbane lived up to its expectations. Bloody Cowboys and Titans, man. Cowboys got up. How good? How good?
How's that one, Titans fans, you fucking assholes? That's what happens. That's what happens, Mr. YouTuber, when you fuck with us.
Oh.
Anyway, enough about that. How was the atmosphere at McDonald Jones Stadium on Sunday afternoon?
It was great. It was actually very good. Because I'm broke, I'm basically a tight ass. So we sat in the general admission. So we had to be stuck with all the Raiders fans. So it was a little bit hostile, but it was great. There was some funny stuff going on towards the end of the match where as soon as the full-time siren, I looked behind me and there was a couple of these Knights fans and that just doing this. The Viking clap on the there was that. They're all singing like na 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 hey,
yep.
You know that I was singing that, which was, but it was a great game of footy. Bloody Newcastle, man, they were in it. They were absolutely in that second half. Was incredible. And my voice is completely gone. I got to meet Damien from Newcastle as well, which was fantastic.
What a great man.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Damien from Newcastle if he's watching this. He does watch the channel consistently, so I'm sure Damo will see this in the live chat or afterwards in the watching it back. So shout out to Damien from Newcastle. What a fantastic person he is. All right, Nathan, let's get into the Round 4 Team of the Week. Wasn't easy this weekend. A lot of good players. Tough position wise. We'll start with you, bro. Your NRL Round 4 Team of the Week, 1 through to 17.
All right. Well, I've got a bit of surprises here for my team of the week. A lot of names that you wouldn't expect, but I mean, I thought they were fantastic. So let's get started. For fullback, and this is going to shock a lot of people, I went with Lachlan Miller from the Knights. He was fantastic, especially that second half. He was carving up Canberra, which, front row seat for that. That was awesome. Wingers, we have Ronaldo Monotalo from the Cronulla Sharks, and also from the Knights on debut as well, Greg Marzhew.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if they put Dom Young back in over Marzhew, I'm going to absolutely rage. But anyway, centers, Katoni Staggs from the Broncos, always. Oh, he's been on fire this year. And Jesse Ramian from the Sharks.
Okay.
5'8". I've gone with your boy, Tom Dearden from the Cowboys. And halfback, Nico Hines from the Sharks. Absolutely. Front rows, I've gone with Regan Campbell-Gillard from the Eels. Finally, I get to include some Parramatta players in this. And Payne Haas from the Broncos. Hooker, I've gone with Damien Cook from the Rabbitohs. Second rowers, I've gone with Jackson Forward from the Warriors. He's continuing to impress everyone this year. And another one, Jeremiah Nanai from the Cowboys. And my lock, I finally get to put this bloke in. I'm so happy I get to put him in. Jermaine Hopgood from the Eels. Love the bloke. As for my interchange, I've gone with Josh King from the Melbourne Storm. Here's one that you will not expect, but I put him in because his debut was great. I thought his debut was great. But Jonah Pezzett from the Melbourne Storm.
It's his second game, bro. Second game.
Oh, exactly. I thought, he was great and that. He sort of reminds me of like Cooper Cronk in some sort of way and that. But yeah, I thought he was great. Cameron Murray from the Rabbitohs and Britton Nakora from the Sharks.
Okay, we've got a lot the same and a lot different. Very interesting team. All right, for myself, fullback Clint Gutherson from the Eels. On the wings, Montoya and Ronaldo Mulatalo. Centers, Katoni Staggs is a no-brainer. And I thought Val Holmes was outstanding. So Staggs and Holmes are my centers. Halves, 5'8", Cody Walker. He was incredible for South, scoring 2 tries. Had a blunder against Manly on the weekend. Halfback, obviously, Nico Hines. The props are Payne Haas and Regan Campbell-Gillard. Hooker from Melbourne there, Harry Grant. The back row of your man from the Newcastle Knights, Tyson Frizzell. And from the Cowboys, Jeremiah Nanai. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Nanai. It's a bit of a new way to pronounce it. The lock, I went with Josh King from the Melbourne Storm. The bench, Tom Dearden from the Cowboys there. Corey Jensen from Brisbane. Junior Paulo from the Eels on the bench. And Jackson Ford from the New Zealand Warriors. That's my team of the week, Nathan.
Very good. Very, very good.
I think it's a strong side. I think Cody over Tommy Dearden, it's tough. But, look, Dearden was outstanding for us against the Titans on the weekend. But Cody Walker, what he did on the weekend was very, very good. Cody Walker had, 2 tries, involved in everything with South Sydney. Probably a bit unlucky not to have Lachlan Ilias, but you can't fit them all in. Outstanding on the weekend. Nanai had a great game for us. Frizzell, bro, Tyson Frizzell. That was the best game he's played in ages.
Oh, I was so close to putting him in, but I thought I'll put Jackson Ford in over Frizzell because I thought Jackson Ford was fantastic. But, he was so good to watch live, Frizzell.
Outstanding. Obviously, Nico Hines was the first bloke picked for me, along with Staggs and Haas and all these sort of players. It was a very good weekend of footy. Nathan, who was your player of the round be? Like, I know it looks clear cut. There were some very good players, though. Who would your player of the round be?
Look, I can't ignore it. I've got to go Nico Hines. He played like he was trying to run from the demon. Like, he played like a bat out of hell. He was awesome against the Dragons, especially in that second half. He was, unbelievable. But, I've got to go with Nico Hines. Great. He's definitely going to be up there in terms of Dally M.
Yeah, Nico Hines was out of this world in the weekend. He had a huge game, absolutely huge game against the Dragons. He had 4 or 5 try assists, involved in everything. His kicking game was just class. I think Nico Hines is the player of the round, and I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, if whoever's second there, Hines is like right up there. Yeah. It's just, yeah.
I'd say Payne Haas or Katoni are probably second or third, but yeah, they're probably about here. Nico Hines is way up here. He was out of this world.
Oh man, as I say, he's gonna be a force when it comes down the Daily M night.
Yeah, well, he's already made an impact. I think he got all the points from the Daily M. So, He was out of this world over the weekend. Coach of the round, Nathan. Now, this one's a tough one. Now, I'll go through some of the nominees for the weekend for coach of the round. Obviously, you've got Brad Arthur, who for the Eels there in their first win of the season, beating Penrith. Todd Payton bounced back. We've got the Cowboys that bounced back from their last couple of average weeks. You've got Andrew Webster, who just keeps kicking on with the Warriors. And you've got Adam O'Brien from Newcastle, who were able to get the Knights up at home yesterday in their win over the Raiders. So you've got probably Webster, you've got O'Brien, you've got Payton, and you've probably got Brad Arthur. Who would you select for the round 4 coach of the round?
I gotta go, my boy Adam O'Brien. He's been continuing to prove me wrong for like the past 2-3 weeks now. I was very vocal of him. I was very critical of him. But man, I think what happened yesterday was probably our best performance yet. Even in defeat against the Dolphins in round 3, we still looked good despite the score margin. But for this week, Adam O'Brien, he's obviously his job is on the line, or a lot of rumors that his job was going to be on the line. And this year, well, he's coming out strong, which is fantastic to see.
My player of the round, coach of the round, sorry. My coach of the round, I just can't go past Brad Arthur. I really can't. The Eels were desperate to win on the weekend. And you know what Brad Arthur did? He took a gamble, bro. He took a gamble in this Eels team list. You have a look at it, right? Josh Hodgson, his first 3 games with the Eels, he's played 80 minutes. You know what he did? Brad Arthur decided to bring in someone young and debut them against Penrith of all teams, bloody Penrith. And we all know how good Penrith are, and we all know what they like to do to young kids. They like to target the debutants. And Hodgson only played 49 minutes on the weekend, and young kid on debut, Brendan Hands, played 34 minutes. And giving Hodgson a bit of a breather and bringing the young kid on, getting him involved to do a lot of running and a lot of good service on dummy half. And he ended up scoring a try, the young Brendan Hands as well. That was a risky move from Brad Arthur. Brad Arthur could have easily played Hodgson 80 minutes, but he thought, you know what, I'm going to take a risk here and I'm going to give Hodgson a rest and we're going to see how we go. And they looked pretty good with a second hooker on the bench. And also Ryan Madison's played his first game for the year. He played 83 minutes. He played the whole game in the back row and he ran over 140 meters. He had a good game as well. So Brad Arthur took some huge risk over the weekend and Parramatta got the job done in Golden Point, courtesy of a Mitchell Moses field goal. And it was their first win of the season. So I think Brad Arthur is the coach of the round.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, I absolutely agree on that one. It's like that old saying, high risk, high reward, and that's what happened here with Brendan Hands. Surely he goes jersey 14 next week against the Roosters.
Yeah, well, the team list come out tomorrow. I think he'll be named again on the bench for the Eels. Obviously, with Junior Paulo probably going to be suspended, they're probably going to have to keep him on the bench. So, fair enough as well. Before we go, Nathan, anyone from your team of the week that you want to give a honourable mention to that you thought were very good that might not get the rap they deserve?
Yes. I want to give it to Lachlan Ilias from the Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
As you said earlier, if what's his name? Nico Hines, if he hadn't have, completely went out and just destroyed the Dragons, I would have given that halfback spot to Lachlan Ilias. I personally think that game, that field goal against the Seagulls, it's that saying, a star is born. I think we're seeing a star in the making in the form of Lachlan Ilias, and I think his stock is just going to rise and he's going to improve from here. So, well done to Lachlan Ilias. Well done to the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
A player that I want to give a rap to, and I've been impressed with this guy pretty much all season. I want to give a rap to the Broncos' young prop off the bench, Corey Jensen. I have been so impressed by his development. Obviously, he came out of the Cowboys system. We didn't really use him as much. I don't know why we didn't use him as much. I remember when the Cowboys were in their dark period, that was struggling really bad. Jensen was averaging 150 meters a game in Queensland Cup, and when Paul Graham was coach, I was going, why isn't he on the bench? Why isn't he in our team? He just kept getting picked in the reserves every week, and it's one that we probably regret letting go. So I'm happy for Corey Jensen. He's doing a great job at the Broncos, coming off the bench, playing big minutes. He's laying a great platform for when Payne Haas goes off the paddock or when Thomas Flugler goes off. So big raps to Corey Jensen. He's having a great season, and he might be the bench player of the year so far. He's been outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, can't argue with that.
It's been very good. All right, Nathan. Well, that's going to wrap up round 4, team of the week, and player of the round, coach of the round, a little live stream that we do every week. Thanks for coming on once again, bro. It's been a great show.
Thank you for having me, man. I love being here on here every week, and looking forward to talk to you again in round 5.
Yeah, and round 5 will be interesting because I'm going to be in Sydney all weekend, basically. I'll be at 4 NRL games. So it's going to be very interesting to see who we have where. I'm going to be at 4 live games. You're going to see 8 games on TV. So it's going to be interesting how different our teams look next week. But once again, Nathan, thank you for coming on tonight, bro.
Thank you very much for having me, man.
No problem. Thank you to the live chat. Really appreciate everyone in the live chat. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for the NRL Round 5 preview and predictions. It's going to be a big round of footy. Round 5. We'll see you tomorrow.